Tom Sports, Yamo Yakwaba, and Sanso Alpha, and no, you ever corner of you, could give come area a free among the latest Linano, and so Ebusu Eba. Games and about so now you could room now, Fino are into details, yet to me after analysis, maybe so area for to me. Sports Minister, maybe able to do them come up.
Oh, Yamadum, be at them, come.
Okay, quick one, young way.
In the matches in Bibena Air Basso and Yen from free the English Premier League in him. In the matches in our Bibena and a Basso and Yen starting from free club a friend said Chelsea, any Burnley Bobo Kuno, and compare Chelsea Bobo Kuno, any Burnley in terms of air qualities. On the field of play, you can compare Chelsea, our player British Kupama, Enzo Fernandez, Willian Estivao, Moses Casedo. Now all the compare Bailey Bobo Kono, about to be to say Marcus Edward, Leslie Ogochuku, Kai Walker, Anna Jadine Antonia. Who compare air players at Chelsea war, any the Bailey and so Ewana. In terms of air quality, Chelsea Bobo Kono or Soro, Bailey Bobo Kono, and Osha Chelsea Bobo Kona on the league log, or more so fifth with 44 points. Anna club a friend said Benley Bobo Kono, and so Etos on the 19th position, and almost Atimania 18 points. Meaning, in terms of air quality, Chelsea Bobo Kono was so Benley Bobo Kono, and also on the league log, in terms of air point amassed between two teams in Nano, Chelsea and so was so Benley Bobo Kono. But one thing, and said Burnley is yet to pick a win against Chelsea Bobo Kono since 2017-2018 season. ABC this season. So two teams in Shebiana. I am very difficult for Burnley Bobo Kono to pick a win against club and said Chelsea. And since 2018, in the last 12 games, Chelsea and Burnley Bobo Kono Bono, Burnley is also yet to pick a win against Chelsea Bobo Kono. Meaning, Omo Eshebiana, a tackle the match Chelsea, and Chelsea saw the upper hand on Bobo Kono said Burnley. But one thing, and said, you cannot trust Chelsea Bobo Kono, and say, Omo consider a lot in this season. Omo consider a lot of goals this season. And say, in the last game at Chelsea, a boy against Leeds United, Chelsea are leading by 2 goals to 0 from nowhere. Leeds United and so better take Kano and Manube 2-2. In every game be at Chelsea Bobo Biano, either say Chelsea LED, and I say Chelsea LED, Chelsea ta concede a lot of goals in games or more airborne, and this season starts and also Chelsea are conceded 30 goals in this season, and we had 30 goals now in the first 15 minutes. In every game be at Chelsea Bobo Biano, Omo conceded 6 goals out of the 30 goals Chelsea so Atima conceded this season. And at the last 15 minutes in the second half, so Chelsea are conceding 9 goals. So which is half of a year 30 goals now. Chelsea so Atima conceding, meaning Omo conceding the first 15 minutes of the first half and the second 15 minutes of the second half. And Chelsea so has 47 goals this season. But one thing is against Burnley, Chelsea elbow home, you cannot trust Chelsea. Chelsea will not concede. Chelsea is going to concede against Burnley Bobo Kono. And the coach said Liam Rosenier, Yahoo a free fluidity of attack of Chelsea Bobo Kono. Yahoo be under coach Enzo Maresca. How are not Chelsea Bobo Kono fasi or Makano na and also a free flowing football. Under Liam Rosonier, Yasa who be Chelsea above free air fluidity football. But the problem no ayo omu defense no. Se game start Tibiana. Chelsea are vulnerable to concede. One, need now goes down to or more adaptation in the first half. Chelsea found it difficult in the first half to adapt. How Omo team a keep Omo intensity in the first half no. Quite difficult at Chelsea Bobo Kono. How to also defend in the first 15 minutes in the games no also quite very difficult at Liam Rosonier and Chelsea Bobo Kono. Chelsea ever quality Stremly Kankano as against Burnley Bobo Kono. For me, Chelsea is going to score, but Chelsea is going to win, especially playing at the Stamford Bridge against Bobo Kwa. Your friend say Burnley Bobo Kono and there anyway. And Manchester City Everton at the Etihad Sports Stadium. Omoni Newcastle Bobo Kono and Ebebo. And Ocean League log no so Arsenal LED with 58 points. Man City Tosu Menu almost all 53 points, which is 5 points different. And other two teams will enter. And at this point, Manchester City will be chasing the Premier League against Newcastle Bobo Kono, so Mutimi winner, and they will be chasing the Premier League. And there's going to be a lot of pressure on Arsenal and Bobo Kono for them to win in their game. Almost so Ebetimi Abo. And City have to win all their matches if say some person win the Premier League. They have to win all their matches. And yes, sir, almost so Entimi and winning. One thing is Newcastle Equacobo Club and First City at home. No. One thing is City able fear. I am very difficult for the away team to come and beat them. It is only Tottenham Hotspur and also Atima go through against City at the Etihad Sports Stadium. Atima Konya win. Yeni na nim the history between club and friends at Tottenham Hotspur and Man City Bobo Kono and also a different issue. So I be a Tottenham Hotspur able hope and also Koko Primo Etihad Biano. I am difficult for Bobo Kwa. Your friend is Man City. And this season, City able to about 13 games at home. While winning 10, and our draw Mienu, and our Lusubako. Meaning, Man City are very formidable, especially playing at the Etihad Sports Stadium. And we conceded 8 goals, and our 32 goals at home. Meaning, so both Fabiana, I are very strong, we're very formidable, and we attack so a lot of goals, especially playing at home. Newcastle this season, no man shall Kuye M5 Mano, and especially playing against club of Francis City at home, and in Hawa, history, no, and so etimi etie. But the problem of Newcastle this season, no, ayo omunfin fionum, and said Omolana Pono, and so at the Toswa, near Dunkomo. And you how prefer to play about Sandro Tonali, Gomares, and Joe Linton at the midfield. But this possible lineup on the screens in the chest, Gilmar, Abante friends, Gilmares, and so injured. Joe Linton, and so available. So it is only left Abante friends, Sandro Tonali. So in the midfield, it is how any option than to play Joe Willock and Jacob Ramsey. Because when you look at the telepathy between Sandro Tonali, Bruno Gilmares, and Joe Linton are working perfectly for club and friends Newcastle. So, in the absence of these two players, Joe Willock and Jacob Ramsey, I don't think that the midfield dominance, so 3 players are able together, and they have any in the games, Obenya with this midfielder, and that Uskins, so and up front, Anthony Gordon, also Nefaya no Sweeper, Nick Votamed, and Abante for Jacob Murphy. This will be the upfront 3. Erebama Club offense Newcastle Bobo Kono. And City have won the last 2 games against Club offense Newcastle. And yet now in the EFL Cup against Newcastle, Club offense City, and so Etimi Kowini. But despite history, Edema City Bobo Kono against Newcastle, it's going to be very difficult for Club offense Manchester City playing at home. Because the last game at Newcastle won the Champions League, you how almost first or my kind. Any goals almost etimi eshe. Yahoo club at Francis City this season is finding it difficult to control games. If say or win it, and answer or draw, and answer or lose. City this season is finding it difficult to control game. And the moment Newcastle Bobo Kono ever dominated the midfield, Amanya the midfield dominance, it's going to be very difficult for City to contain Newcastle Bobo Kono. For me, I foresee club and friends Man City winning, but there's this harsh on their win, no so. But for me, I see Newcastle can go there and score an upset for Clubber. Their friends say ACT against Newcastle Bobo Kono. Arsenal and so North London Derby ebebo against Tottenham Hotspur Bobo Kono. Arsenal cannot afford to lose against Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal have to go in and win against club and friends at Tottenham Hotspur, because Arsenal is here to pick a win in their last 2 away games, because we are an away game in Arsenal Kakobo. In the last 2 away games that Arsenal are bottom, they are yet to pick a win in the last 2 away games. So man komono ni dini a bit dicey kaka because of their away performance of Arsenal Bobo Kuno. We saw them against Brentford, so Omo could draw a point, and almost SR could draw a point against Club Offense over Hampton Wanderers. So when you look at these 2 games, now also Tottenham Hotspur, because Wolves are or struggle, Brentford also struggle, and Tottenham Hotspur is also struggling. So Osha Sano doom so okay. Then Arsenal better could draw a point against Club Offense Tottenham Hotspur, but the Bema Arsenal and so Atima go in some betima winning no the pressure Manchester City so I'm winning at the Ebeba already. Club offense Arsenal lose you know, there's a pressure on the team, so almost betima making a mess, so betima win the Premier League, and it's a Man City winning that I was say Arsenal so team call winning against Club offense Tottenham Hotspur because of the pressure and also ebetimi at the Aba. For me, I don't foresee say Club FN say Arsenal a lot of tactical changes in their team, a mental toughness and Arsenal and so enya sisia. Which Club FN say special this season almost also on the 16th position, almost 29 points, and the new coach also Atimira Bano and nam sumo pamo coach Professor Thomas Frank to bring in Igor Tudor. And Igor Tudor Bano, one thing about this coach is that onya an exceptional coach, onya a tough coach, onya big coach bia. But one thing about this coach is that or a special coach, and it's in the last 5 games, also at Timabon and even all the chat and 12 years so at the Toswa. Now it is also at this Nkomui. In the 5 games, yes, and the Duskins in the first 5 games, one manager, Ediama, the last 5 teams are coaching now. Aya or winning in Messi. In the last 5 games, also abo, I know the first 5 games, Ediama, the last 5 teams were born now. Aya or winning the first match is seen now. Dynamo Zagreb, first game of boy or winning. Abano coaching Hellas Verona in his first game against Jose Mourinho AS Roma, or some by 3 goals to 2. Oko coach Olympique de Marseille, the first game or winning by 4 goals to 1. Obe coach Club FNS Lazio, the first game against Juventus Bobo Kono or winning, and at Juventus, the first game on also so a team winning against again or Bobo Kono, meaning the first game you Bobo Biano aya or winning. And one thing about Igor Tudor and say was a specialist in short-term fixing. Say club no man kuye inform na ono album alaba fix a problem in the short-term run no about coach friend say Igor Tudor especially. So Tottenham Hotspur looking at how ono say very good in that situation no. Now I was say omo pam coach Thomas Frank to bring in Igor Tudor to fix a normal and oba no in the commodina ordino chese the injury situation at Tottenham Hotspur no e hani yepa because oba no one who said Tottenham Hotspur 10 injury players omuni na no key member of the team, and Sisia no the available players only 13 players, so he had no option to bring in the junior players for them to come and train with the available 13 players, meaning a very difficult at the Tottenham Hotspur Bobo Kono. But I see ego to do say ono so betima bibi da ma Tottenham Hotspur, but not this time around against Arsenal bobo kono. For me, I think say ne meeting with Arsenal no ebe say ne recorder ono so atimaye in the last teams ono so atima manage no meeting Arsenal sisia no very bad edema ego to do. Personally ne record ono so atima create for see Arsenal winning against Bobukwa, your friend said Tottenham Hotspur, and so and also Arsenal in the year 2026 almost no more going from Arsenal Bobukuno, about 8 matches, or my winning Miensa, and on my draw 4, and on almost Atima Lusu Bako, possible 24 points in Arsenal, I win 11, and on my 2 be now so Atima 12. So then I make Arsenal don't need tactical changes. Omu squad rotation be in their setup a mental toughness and Arsenal for here so almost betima the winning at the Premier League, you know. So also win the Premier League now. How tough also team and a betima born to more team are winning. Say Arsenal squad no the tomu team say mentally they have to be very tougher. A betima born more almost team winning the Premier League, but against Tottenham Hotspur Arsenal is going to win against Bobukwa. Your friend said Tottenham Hotspur. Nottingham Forest any Liverpool game, you know, and so Basso, and it's going to be a very difficult game for a club and friends Liverpool because Nottingham Forest him say almost relegation zone or more than almost so bit team avoided the relegation zone because almost also 17 on the Premier League log, meaning almost at the relegation and almost a free man that say really Guinness Nottingham Forest and so at relegation. Almost 27 per meaning which is very bad in the Premier League at the man Nottingham Forest Bobo Kuno. And Nottingham Forest say almost person avoid relegation. No. When you look at their last 3 matches and so almost bona. Before the last 3 games almost bona. In the last 6 games, Nottingham Forest at Timabono, Omalu Subakupe. So a team or person who avoid relegation can be also avoid relegation, and it's not a fluke. So Nottingham Forest in the last 6 games, also at Timabono, Walu Subakupe in the last 6 games. A very surprising though against Arsenal. You have a game in Sikoya, Okonya win against Brentford. Anna. Or draw against Crystal Palace. Meaning in the last 3 games, our bono wa winning Mubako and our draw Minu. Meaning normal Koye Edeman or Tramford Bobo Kono. When you look at Liverpool, our last 8 games almost our Timabona, our winning Minu, our draw 4, and almost Atima Lusu Minu. Meaning normal Koye and former Liverpool this season. And Bibi Omoda Crano, Norman Sharon Koye and Fa Momo. And Nottingham Forest. Going into this game, ever you see the 4th manager almost so ever Timirago in this game this season. Almost so Atima already 3 coaches in Abe managing Nottingham Forest this season, and Victor Pereira will be going into this game as the 4th manager at the man Nottingham Forest this season. Coach Alfonso Nuno Espirito Santos ebai, Ange Postecoglou and so ebai, Sean Dyche ebai. And now Victor Pereira will be the 4th manager to manage Nottingham Forest, and they will be going in against Liverpool Bobo Kono. Tembi can this season, Norman Koye and former Liverpool Bobo Kono on and off the pitch in Nano, and Liverpool is also struggling to find a place in the top 4. So that be next season or make them about the UEFA Champions League. You know, for me, Victor Pereira and so Ewa ni days at Overhampton Wanderers in Nano say ye ono ade one ho ne says ya appointed no komalaji a team biana the first game biano or winning, being it big game and I say a middle table team game and I say lower game na all biano in his first game bi or biano aya or winning. And for me I see say against Liverpool, a struggling Liverpool bia now also Atima Kotoa so no win against Liverpool, but I don't see Nottingham Forest doing that. I would tip club and friends say Liverpool to go in and win against Bobukwa. Your friend said Nottingham Forest. Yedi AC no. Yenko PM in the La Liga. Osasuna bobo kono enso ebe bobo ko efe ne se Real Madrid. One thing and say club bia kobo La Liga match against Osasuna aya no on pay because of the weather ewo Osasuna and also Pamplona because omo weather na different from other cities ewo Spain because of the weather thing so no omo eba ehonom no chese inframa ehu ye pa and ebe obetima abo short because of the wind direction no obetima asesa o short direction e da content. And because of the weather, no, any essence players no anywhere than ye pano. Na a taco Osasuna advantage, especially playing at home. And you know, for me, the weather will play to the advantages of a club and friends say Osasuna and a betima called here Real Madrid. Osasuna at home, omonso atimi alusu minupe, meaning at home and very difficult to go in there and beat club and friend say Osasuna because omu home no omo lusu mienu pe. They are very formidable at home. They are very difficult to beat at home. That's how our club and friend say Osasuna omo so etimi etie. So this season ukoshe La Liga table na Osasuna torso on the 10th position and no fluke. So omo point no ukoshe La Liga table no so a point omanya no this season na no eye home and almost what timana point in now. Omuko away, I am money and share and good. But playing at home, no, Omubo ebony and they tried to get a win. And when I call Elsoedama Bobuko friend say Osasuna. In the last meetings, two teams in Isiano, a Koye 1-1 against Omu Emino. Osha Osasuna qualities or more, any Real Madrid qualities or more. But to my Real Madrid qualities in a bro Osasuna there so. But the Osasuna a very frustrating team. Be frustrated to the latter part for you to lose concentration. Then they will capitalize on that. Now also atimiasho. Unim Osasuna game an intensity game. That's how Osasuna for efforts to see Omakai. So we are going to see that against Osasuna. They will allow Real Madrid to possess the ball. But Omotibona intensity and counter-attacking football so against Real Madrid Bobo Kuno. But for me, Real Madrid decided say game now Amubo against Benfica the UEFA Champions League no. So Amu repeated the same performance against Osasuna. They are going to win against Clubber. Your friend say Osasuna. So I foresee Real Madrid winning 2-1 against Clubber. The friends of Osasuna in the Spanish League, especially if say on person mo win ya, on person mo win the league na, also mo team win against Osasuna.
Wow, and your sports Iniesta and Otin and can win a quick one. Young corner fail young efficacy and Enoch went to me or boy Duma so 1% and Tino. Yeah, found to enough and one coffee and 10 temper into me and more bueno. Just for us pay. Apart from the yesterday, we also a banker and also the Aston Villa game on straight win, Southampton straight win, Real Madrid straight win, Lens straight win, and win straight. Maybe trying to turn them free soon. Yeah, heavy animal ABC actually so I call a day war on the quick one. Yeah, na edini so actually ewo efisem dem pass ntino wo yenyan ntente na afi ye ntwe ahomla ye ba e be ko efisem disi ntino ye de ho besima ye ba ya quick one ye ko local service na editors na aba so trains ma ebisi.
Kintom Estates and Construction Limited. Emretum Saudi Sikabe mo bi say sidan mame na afi won nam ho court Sabi se wo ko twa be ma wanzam ho no wanya ntwa pieto nka ho wo asase apese obi simaw anase wo mpodie afi no start bra open 1 bedroom self contained Kintom estate ye besi amaw me patrol ye ma payment plan e ma wutimi e di tua Kintom estate and construction say jaya mane bono jaya busue sika mane no fasika bra said ye dan no pani bia no ye besi amaw open 1 bedroom 2 bedroom 3 bedroom 4 bedroom 5 bedrooms ye besi na ye di amaw tie wonso so if you are full ground ho enfie me no bia utu advance fasika kuma bi beto ase fa advance ne bra niema 1 bedroom 2 bedroom 3 bedroom utimu nyina na utua ne kakra utimu nyina na utua ne kakra oko Europe your friend of rent to buy when you buy also na fie na ye wodia Kintom Estate and Construction Limited say baby a wodi uti beto eye dadwene bra niemo Kintom Estate opa asase na ato e wo Kumasi anankran opa asase a ho dwo a e manso ni ho ye wo Kumasi ye wa Accra baby a pa bia no ye na business go ase frey na ni ye medika wes ni ye aduma e ko show
Welcome back to Kintom TV, Kintom Sports. Ye ko na the local stories no etumi so ababesom. Ye ko na yemfa area Ghana Premier League fixtures no and after latest ebanyina no to aso emfa eno.
Oh, young room nemfa efisema ensaka nano emfa bensha semfa fi the Ghana Football Association unim se Ket Eos Ekroku abra obefa the presidency or to just say one thing of person or boss be develop Ghana football and say benya a lot of coaches our system nim now almost atima boama in football no and so atimi akoso to kopiem or Ghana man soccer of excellence prama we no CAF Lances A coaching course no and so etimi course no a lot of coaches na and so etimi participate TB and so ma no no etimi course like Kinsemo obenya coacher your friend say attract visa more and a lot of coaches be na no and so etimi call fatawo da mu na no bia no